Hey guys, how we doing? Hello, hello. Hey, Peter, Rich, Frankie, how we doing? Okay, so there's like a little bit of like a 20-second lag. So just be wary of that, guys. Hey, Yoko, how you doing? All right, so I am interested. There's no order placed. I am interested in the DAX above this area, but I'm just going to come back to trading view because I prefer the charts. We can address the DAX chart should we get a close above. So looking at gold, obviously we do have news at 1:30. Let me just check. Should be 1:30. I think it's PPI today, Tuesday. Yeah, PPI 1:30. Forecast at zero point 0.2 on the core and zero point 0.4 on the month PPI. So what's that going to mean for gold? What's it going to mean for the indexes? Well, look, ultimately, we never know how the market is positioned. So it's down to the big boys. How are they positioned? What did they forecast? PPI data, US data to come out at? And then you'll see a knee-jerk reaction because sometimes you'll see positive news that you would expect to be strong for the dollar and that it will sell off and vice versa. And the only reason that is because the markets anticipated something slightly different or they were positioned for a slightly different outcome. And then they obviously have to adjust according to the news that comes out. And that will be what deters how the market's going to move. So, plan of action for me on gold and what I'm going to look for. So, realistically, things that we can look at is based on the hourly, there's no structure here, but we know that this is the low of the day. And should we break below that, that's going to be a daily flip. Okay. Um, Stock markets had obviously been selling off a little bit over the last couple of days on certain news announcements, but there's whether that's in relation to the tariffs that have been applied for China, etc., that the Trump team are talking about anywhere between 2 and 5% a month going on to those tariffs, which obviously is going to have some hindrance to the markets. So we don't know what that's going to do. What we can do is trade a mechanical system around it. So we can be long and short, we can have a bias based on current market trends, and then we just apply a simple set of rules to it. So as it stands right now, just going to look for long predominantly on gold, which would be seeing the market break above 2673.9. So above this area, I'm looking for price to get above there. This right now, I'm going to call it no man's land. The market's doing nothing. We don't have clarity to the upside. We don't have clarity to the downside. If we look at the higher time frame, based on the daily charts, things we can look at and sort of say, right, well, what's happening? So if we look here, here, and here, this is the market producing higher highs. We see here support formed, support formed, support formed. Now, again, potentially, we don't know yet because this is one bearish daily candle. Today could break the low and push all the way down to 2637. Today could just move from the lows and keep pushing up and form new highs and run up into here. We don't know. So what we want to do is say, right, well, the market is predominantly moving to the upside. Sorry, my uh, market is moving to the upside like this. So how can we look to let's just so I'm just going to remove those drawings right now because they're going to be too big for me. So how can we look to apply a simple set of rules to take advantage of any market opportunities? So first thing we need to do is we need to drop down to lower time frames, see if support has been formed. If support has been formed, then we can look to buy and push back up towards the daily resistance level. So let's drop to the 4 hours, see what we can see here. Well, we can still see we've got an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction. The market here, you see it had a little rally and then it's decided to go sideways for the last 12 hours. Partly that could be due to PPI data tomorrow and CPI data, PPI data today and CPI data tomorrow. It could be down to many things, you know. We don't know what that reason is, but when we go sideways or we consolidate, we know that the market is much more likely to have a breakout in a particular direction. Now, that direction, I would always want to go with the predominant direction unless we're at a major critical level. So if we are going to break out, my preference is to the upside because the short term and predominant trend has been to the upside. Okay, doesn't mean that I wouldn't trade short. It just means my bias is to the upside. So I'd much rather find a setup for longs as opposed to shorts. So then we go to the hourly chart, have a look, see what's happening here. Now, realistically, support on the hourly is around 2,666. Resistance remains the same at 2,674. If we look left and we just go all these candles here, this is like a clear, it's open road, open traffic. There's no traffic there. All this area here is noise. Okay, so you're going to struggle to take wins through there on this time frame. You're going to have to you've got to wait for the market to break. So you wait for it to go below here or above here. Finally, you get a move, and this is easy places or easy pickings to trade. Why? Because the market's just in free fall. So we always want to find the easiest places to trade. And the best way to do that is wait for the market to break out of these consolidation places, wait for them to break out of mess or noise, whatever you want to call it, and look where you can see clear candle space. Clear candle space is your friend. That's what you want to trade into. Okay. In fact, I've lost the chat box. Where's the chat box? Hey, Chris. Hey, Simon. Hey, Peter and Anna. Good afternoon, guys. So yeah, that's what we're going to wait for. So preference today, like I said, I don't really care what the news is. I just want it to give the market a reaction. Sometimes we need the news for the market to break out. It needs a catalyst sometimes, whether it's data, whether it's political or geopolitical. Sometimes the world needs a catalyst to make the markets move. And just remember, we're never going to be the catalyst, so don't try and make them move. That means don't try and force a trade, don't try and do anything. Just let the market unravel and trade accordingly. So what we're going to look for is a break above 26.73. Now, because it is going to be around the news, I expect tomorrow's news to have more of an impact than today's, but we shall see. So what I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for a 5-minute candle close. There's going to be two options. Both trades I'm going to look for are both going to be long. I'm not looking at shorting today. Okay, and that's just because of my bias. I know, yes, some people will just place a buy stop and a sell stop above and below the news candle. Now, yes, obviously one of your trades is predominantly going to be right. The downside to doing something like that is it is a gamble. You don't necessarily, and you're probably not going to get filled at the price that you've put your entry price. You're going to get gapped. So on that basis, I would always be thinking like a pilot, which would be I'd much rather be on the floor wishing I was in the air than being in the air and wishing I was on the floor. Okay, so make sensible decisions, guys. Nasdaq. This is Nasdaq. The DAX. This is looking quite tasty. It is up 100 points on the day. 0.5%. There's definitely a lot more legs in this yet. We've got 15 minutes. We've got 3 minutes left for the 15-minute candle. So let's have a look. Yeah, if this 15-minute candle can close above, I'm going to do my. I will be looking for potential longs. If it can't close above, then we'll wait for the 30-minute candle. So process of elimination. So we just wait until we get a setup. And if we don't get a setup, we don't place a trade. How's everyone's day been so far? Good, bad, indifferent, boring, done nothing? I know what's missing. Jody, are you on? Is Jody on? Is Jody on? No. Okay. Busy working and looking forward to tomorrow. Perfect. Yeah, look forward to seeing you tomorrow, guys. No, it should be good. So, hey Jody. Ah, uh, Mike has escaped the UK, by the way. So he's literally just messaged me. He's just put all good, escape the UK. And who's and who's that in Spain? I don't recognize the YouTube name. Who's Buddy? Is that one of our members, or is it a new yeah, definitely. Congratulations if you've moved to Spain. So definitely better than where we are right now, that's for sure. So listen, like I said, we're just going to wait for the news, wait for the markets to play out. Uh, I forget. So avocado, hey, I can't remember who that is. Is that Lola? Who's Buddy King? Who's Buddy King from Spain or in Spain? So let's just see what happens. I remember some of the names, but okay. So look, no, it's Terry. Hi, Terry. How you doing? Apologies. No, not Lola. Yeah, apologies, guys. Just trying to get familiar with the YouTube names. So Terry, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope all is well. We're just waiting for the news, so it's going to be a little bit quiet for now, and then obviously until if you've got any charts that you're watching, fire them in. Let me see what you're looking at, or just share a trading view link. I'll click on it and we'll see what you're looking at. My focus predominantly today is on gold. Nasdaq, I think we're going to see, looking at Nasdaq, potentially we're going to see the gap has been closed. Okay, so the gap has been closed. We've seen the market push up. Let's have a look at the daily. Okay, daily. It's big old wick fill down here. Let's have a look at this. So we've broken through support. Look at this. We've classic support level, broken through. We've come back. We've pulled back. We've tested it, and we're selling off. So I mean, look, first thing I'm going to say is if I'm going to sell something, I'd much rather see price come back, form resistance, then sellers come back in to then sell. Ah, it's Peter Stanley. Hi, hi, buddy. You're in Spain. Don't blame me, mate. You're big place. Fantastic. We're going to have to organize some uh, some big events out there. Hope all is well. Happy New Year, Peter. So yeah, just waiting for market to unravel. We've got 13 minutes for the news, guys. 13 minutes. So I could do with a Bit of sun. Winter's gonna be bloody nice right now. Yeah. Okay, so like I said, okay, so plan of action for gold. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for a couple of things. So let's see if I can. Okay, so I want to see either price spike down like this on the news. Sorry, it's going to be a bit rough because it's not central. Do apologize. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay, so what I want to see is I want to see the market come down, spike down. It doesn't matter if it closes bullish or bearish, but I do want to see it kind of uh, in and around the 2666 area. Then I want to see the next candle push down. Then I'll buy the break of the high. So what I'm looking for is price to, let's say, get below. If you look at the 15-minute, you'll see that the structure is just a little bit higher. It's up here at 2665, hence I said 2666. So I want to see the market come down, push through the lows, and then come back up. As it comes back up, I want to see the next candle push down, and then we'll buy the break of the high of this one, and we'll try and run it back up towards 2674, and potentially hold some if it goes through there to continue to the upside. So that's trade number one. This is it's like a false break to the downside. The next trade, what if that doesn't set up and it just moves to the upside, then what I'm looking for is, let's say you get this, the market comes up. And then we get, so it's a nice big candle like this. Okay. The next candle may do the same, but the next 5 minute candle that doesn't break the high first and starts to come down, and doesn't matter how far it comes down, look for it to come down, it could come all the way down here. I'm going to place a buy stop above the high of this candle. Okay, so I'm looking for a continuation. So they're going to be the two trades that I want to do. They're they're the two trades I'm going to do. Both long options. I'm not looking for any shorts, as I mentioned. So the first one will be break below and then comes back up, and then we trade it back to the upside. The other one will be a break to the upside and then starts to pull back, and then we buy the break of the highs. That's what I'm looking to do. Um, if it just goes down and continues selling, then so be it. I won't be trading it. Okay, so like I said, I will always plan my trade ahead of the event, so you know exactly what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, and that's it. So nice and clear. So you know exactly what I'm going to do now, guys, right? So we've got about 9 minutes. I'm just going to put the yeah. So yeah, it will be five. Uh, yeah, it will be the 5 minute chart based on the fact that it's around news. So Jody, yeah, I'm right. Mike has escaped the UK and he is in the Bahamas and he's living there. So uh, you may just want to message him on Telegram. That's why the number's not working. Well, lovely, Peter. Lovely. I like it. I've just got someone who wanted to join. I've just got someone who wanted to become a member last year, and he's just messaged to say he's living in the Bahamas now. Moved there last May, and then he's just finished it off with the weather is amazing. It's like, thanks, Mike. You're rubbing it in now. You're rubbing it in. Right, let's 7 minutes. I'm just going to put a little bit of background music on because as much as I love talking to you guys, the sound of my own voice all day does start to drive me insane. So I just need a little bit of something to take it away. Um, there we go. If the music bothers you, just let me know. I'll do absolutely nothing. No, I'll turn it down if it's only on very quietly, so I don't think you'll be able to hear it. All right, let's have a look, see what's going on with the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's still dropping. Okay, sell-off is happening here ahead of the news, which doesn't surprise me. So the question is, what is the news going to be like? So this could be a if the PPI is as expected or maybe below expectation, then Nasdaq could be a really nice buy. You might see it sell off first, then we can look to buy the highs. So let's see what we're doing. So how long are you away for, Peter? You over there for a week or two or a bit longer? Yeah, let's. So Nasdaq's down 36 points on the day. The DAX, since we were looking at it, has dropped about 20 odd points. It's still up 80 points on the day. Uh, Gold, I want to see it sell off. So we want to see a sell off and then we'll look to try and buy the highs. Yeah, looks like everything's starting to come off a little bit ahead of the news. So this this is the ideal sort of scenario that we're looking for. I want to see it ping down and then we'll look to try and buy the highs. 4 minutes, right? Let's shift screens so we can get ready. Oh, wrong one. TV. Okay, so all right, so over trading limits. I've done 5 trades today, I believe. So let's have a look. 6 trades, 5 wins, 1 loss, up $2,126 for the day. All right, let's put this like this for now. Not doing anything yet. So red line is going to indicate my stop loss. Green line will indicate a target, and the yellow line is where the order will go. So first things we need to do are wait for the market to move. So we've got 3 minutes for anything to happen. Okay, so in the next 3 minutes, whatever will happen will happen, and then we are going to make a decision based on the what happens with the move. Okay, if the market shoots off to the upside, we're going to look for a continuation. If the market shoots to the downside, we're going to look for it to reverse back to the upside. So that's the game plan. See what's happening with the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's 40 points down on the day so far. DAX is down, I mean, up 78 points, so not really moved much. Only dropped about 20 points since we started speaking. Right. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds. So look, remember these lines? This isn't an order. These are just waiting. And for me to place an order, I have to come over here and hit open trade. Until that point, they're just lines where I'd look to be buying, where I'd look to be placing my target, and where I'm looking to put my stop loss. Uh, 50 seconds to go. So remember, we're not going to make a decision for the first few minutes anyway. The market's got to move, then we've got to decide. Oh, you're working out there, are you? Okay, nice. Proper working, Peter, or just mañana working? Or working on the suntan? Working on relaxing. Okay, what we got? There we go. And initial moves to the upside. Right, so this is no good at the minute. So let's just put this out of the way. Right, what was the, see what it came in at. Okay, so coming a little bit softer than expected. Look at that, Nasdaq's popped. Bollocks. Okay, so literally, right, we are going to buy. Am I buying the Nasdaq or am I buying gold? What are we going to buy? I think. No, I've just bought the Nasdaq, guys. 20,007. Let's. I'm just putting the stop in there. Uh, Partial TP is going to be. All right, so 20 points first TP. 40 points second TP. All right, it's, there we go. All right, I'm just going to bring this up to underneath the low here. So this should be pretty positive for stocks, I would have thought. But where's the chat gone? Okay. So the DAX has popped lovely as well. Okay. Unfortunately, the DAX broke higher before we could look at it. So the DAX was perfect. Uh, I'm live. I just bought live at the market as it pierced these highs. Um, so I'm live on the Nasdaq because the basically the CPI PPI data came in uh, a fair bit worse than forecasted. So it came in at 0 for the core when forecasted at zero point 0.2, and PPI came in at zero point 0.2, forecasted at zero point 0.4. So the way of looking at this is uh, the the data here is not as good as expected, and on the back of that, what we should envisage is that poor data will more than likely affect the way the Fed will want to look and hold rates, whether they're going to keep them the same. If it was good data, then I'd expect stocks to sink on the basis that rates are likely to stay higher for longer. But this is coming quite a bit softer. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so if you haven't got the order in now, I'd be looking to place one above the high of the previous 5 minute candle. So what I'm looking for here is wherever this 5 minute low comes. So if this candle comes down and then breaks the highs, I'm going to move my stop underneath the low of this 5 minute candle. Right, let's have a look, see what the DAX is doing. Ah, okay, the bloody DAX. That was the one, but I wanted to trade the Nasdaq on the back of US news. So if you haven't got the order in, guys, then look for uh, a buy above um, the 5 minute candle high. As soon as this one breaks the highs, if it breaks the highs, we're going to bring our stops underneath the low of this bearish candle. So patience here. So mm, a little bit slow. I would have expected a bigger move here initially. I think on the basis that this has dropped like 35 points from the high of this 5 minute candle, flip entries look quite good for those of you that know how to do the flip. So that would be buy stop in here at 20,942, and you can get your first TP before the high of the the previous 5-minute candle. Gold's dropping. Hmm. So this is really taking some moving. Uh, Sorry guys, can't take the phone call now. See what's going on with gold, see if it's tanked. Yeah, we can get rid of that. So gold's down, DAX is up, Nasdaq is up, but not massively. I was expecting maybe we'll have to wait till 2:30, but we've seen the initial move. I would if you're not in this, definitely I would be looking at longs above the current candle high, trading the flip back up to here. But this, to me, this data just points one way, which is we're going to see Nasdaq have a bit of a run today. But never know, right? So trade management technique, what am I going to do? How can I, right, if this candle breaks the high of the 5-minute, we're going to push the stop underneath the low of this candle. Um, if if I see price break below here, I'm going to close half. Okay, so let's just bring that. So if I see price come down here, you're going to see I'll hit close half and close half the trade. Oh, pushing. Yeah, Nasdaq still holding high. Gold selling, but I don't want to take any sell trades on gold. All right, what's in? Got the flip on gold. Nice one. Sorry, Nas, entry not that. Uh, yeah, well done, Rich, on the daily flip. I'm not, as I told you this morning, I'm not looking for any shorts on gold just yet. I want to see a change in structure. Um, if you're gonna if you're gonna get long on Nasdaq above the bearish 5-minute candle high, if you're not already, looks the best entry price or the best place to be getting long. So I'm just going to sit through this. Probably going to have to sit maybe until 2:30 now to get the next kicker. I did think we'd see a nice little push after that because we're only what on the day. It's only up 80 points on the day. So uh, Let's move the chat over here so I can see it. Notifications are going bonkers. Well, we still remain, if you look, the last 5 minute candle and the current 5 minute candle, we still remain within the first 5 minute candle after the news was released. So it might be a bit of a slow burner, but hopefully we get there. After gold's taken out the lows, if it breaks the highs, could be really, really interesting. Come on, market. Let's see some movement, please. What was the range on that one? 27 points. Oops. Oh, damn it. Okay, so I have now moved the chat and I can't bloody see it. I'm not quite sure what to do. Uh, if you're sending, can you just send a couple of messages, guys? I want to see if it pops up because I can't see the damn chat. Okay, so finally we're breaking a high of a candle. Need it to break the high of this one, and then we can bring our stops right up. Can someone just send a message in the chat, please, guys? Because I've misplaced it and I can't find it. Alright. Okay, there we are. Thank you. On the house. Right. Uh, So just need this price to break this high, and then we can take off. I don't know, what's that? About 70 points of risk. Now, obviously, the downside is when you trade in news, the initial candle is going to have a lot more risk than you would usually like it to have, which is why then we wait for the next candles to form and support or resistance to be broken in order to then move our stops according to a mechanical process as opposed to an emotional process. So we're waiting for buyers to confirm that they're back in the market. When we see that, we know that support is then being formed here on the 5 minute, and we can bring our stops underneath the lows. Uh, so it's just a slow process now. Just got to wait for the market to move. I can see it below. Okay, fantastic. Thanks, Terry. Let's have a look, see what's happening over here. DAX is up. Gold is back into the middle of the range. All right, so how many points are we going to look for? So Nasdaq's 100 points up on the day now. If it could do, look, where can we look for structure-wise to come out? I think if anywhere, if obviously if we hit T1, stops are going to be at break even, but look, that's where I'd want to be taking the whole lot off, um, just below this level here. And then obviously see what happens tomorrow. But look, today we've got to see what if we can get any profit out of it first and foremost. Um, so we're not there yet, but we're getting close. As soon as we break the high of that one, then we can bring our stop up. What's the high? 20,939, 20,940. Okay, so let's go. So stops up. 10 minutes left of the hourly candle. So it's been a bit of a slow burner, having to sit through it, but making the right moves. It's making the right noises, let's put it that way. Gold's pushing higher as well, interestingly. Okay, so it's triggered everyone in below here. Let's see what happens though. See what happens. So where's our first TP? 20,994, is that right? Yep, 20,994. So we've got about 48 pips to go, or 48 points. So that means it's going to have to be up 158 on the day, 160 on the day, which is under 1%, quite a bit under 1%. So should be should be a doable task, but percentage change. Would you look at a flip entry long on gold when H1 candle closes, or better to wait until 26? Let's have a look. Okay, so first thing you've got to ask yourself is what is that 1 hour candle telling you? What do you see with that 1 hour candle? Indecision. But remember, what are we looking to see from a flip entry? How do you want to look at the market? When are we looking at taking flips? When are we looking at taking flips? We want to see flips in the direction of a trend, right? We want to see strong candles. So right now, we don't see strong candles here, right? So if you wanted to take a flip long, you'd want to see a bullish candle or a bearish candle if you want to take a sell. When in a strong trend to the upside or the downside, correct. Okay, so you want to see markets or candles like this, big bullish candles where you have a nice wick and the first candle goes down, then you buy and you fill in the range of the wick. So that's what you're looking for. Or you're looking for bearish candles with a decent wick, the market goes up and you're looking to fill the wick. Okay? All right, let's have a look. Oh, not what I wanted to see. Uh, 7 minutes to go. Sorry, yeah, 6 minutes for the hourly candle to close. Now, it, I know you're probably going to say, would this be a flip in here? Look, because the predominant trend isn't to the upside and the market been moving down, and then you've had one big bullish candle, I'd want to see the bullish candles after this for the upside, for the flip to the upside. Even though you've got a wick to work within, this candle's not obviously moved, it's not had a wick down to then move up. So that's the whole point of the wick down is to try and create liquidity. So, and liquidity just, when you hear people say liquidity, it just means making price more attractive for buyers or sellers. So buyers want to buy at the lowest price possible, which is when the market moves down. We call it creating liquidity because it means that it's attractive. Sellers are trying to push price down. It's attractive. Buyers jump in to buy at a lower price to try and push the price up. So that's the whole terminology behind liquidity. Um, well, it's been one of the slowest Nasdaq trades I think I've ever had, especially after the news as well. Thought this would have absolutely romped away. We got 4 minutes for the hourly candle to close. What's happened with the DAX? DAX has come off a little bit as well, but could be providing opportunities for a BPC style trade. But I don't like the 15, so I'd stay away. What's happening with gold? Ooh, nice big move. So I think gold. Why is it not moving? H4 support in here that the market's just tapped. Keeps holding. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, could be about to get stopped. Could be about to get stopped. Or will structure hold? Even though it's only 5 minutes, we'll see. Hey Rob, how you doing? Welcome, mate. Well, look like about to get hit on the Nasdaq, but 2 minutes left of the hourly candle. Right, so could you uh look, if you wanted, this is personal preference. I wouldn't want to do an hourly flip here Um, the reason being is, like I said, because the market direction hasn't yet fully started moving to the upside. Obviously, the news is positive, um, and we'd expect to see stocks move higher. Um, but look, realistically, a flip, I would be looking if we get above this area and then you get a positive bullish hourly candle with a nice wick, then I would be looking for flips, but not just yet. Okay, so we've got 1 more minute left of the hourly candle. How's Rob? You keeping well? So look, DAX is now 100 points up on the day. The Nasdaq has just dropped about 60 points. It was about 120 up on the day. It's pulled back to about 66. What's gold doing? Gold's still sitting around those levels. Right. So, oh, Nasdaq fell below the level. Yeah, I think stay away from gold until we get above that area. Um, Nasdaq still hot. Where's Nasdaq? No, got DAX. Sorry. Uh, okay, let's have a look at the daily. Could you do so? Think about it. All right, I've just been stopped, guys. So there we go. I'm out. I'm out and done for the day. That was a stinker of a trade. Didn't even get going. Didn't even get going. Uh, I think now, yeah, I'm not even. This is where discipline comes in because after you have a trade and you take a hit, then the issue you have is do you stay in the market? Do you take another trade? Best thing you can do after a losing trade, guys, is just do this. Wash your hands, walk away, dust yourself off, come back tomorrow. Because ultimately, the the mindset is generally revenge trade. These are the things that you will experience. You've probably already experienced. Um, Going for a walk is always good. Going to the gym, obviously can't go to the gym. Got broken hand at the minute, but obviously everyone can go for a walk. Uh, this is where I would anticipate. I mean, maybe we'll see it at what do you call it? At At 2:30. Maybe we get. Oh, let me just. Where has it gone? Bring magic keys back. There we go. Maybe we see the markets roll over, or maybe we don't. So yeah, no trades on gold. I'm not interested in gold. I'm only going to look for gold if we get long above here. So what was gold spot? In fact, if you have a look on, are you on trade? No, wrong TV. This one. So here we go. All right. So gold short. I'm only going to look for gold short when we can. Nasdaq's. I know what's going to happen now. Oops. Let me get rid of magic keys. Uh, if we pop below here, look at this. In fact, where is it? Let me just bring this screen. I know what's going to happen. Uh, Literally got stopped. Where are we? Here. Look at this. It's literally 6 pips got stopped by, and now the damn thing is. It's looking very, very tempting. Guys, I'm done. But if you're going to take it, fundamentally speaking, this should go long. But I'm gonna uh, delete. Oops, let's get it off. Yeah, no, done for the day. But gold shorts would be underneath yesterday's low. So where's that chart? Can you see? Can you see trading view now, guys? So if you can see trading view, just let me know. This is what I'd be looking at underneath the low of this candle. So that would show a change in structure, because then what we see is this market has rallied, it's failed, it's come down, and we've had a change in cycle, break below. So that's what I'd look for, guys. Let's hope Nasdaq keeps dropping for my sanity. Yeah, look, I think so. Look at that. So my stop was at 67. And that just shows you the difference in pricing. So there's about 40 points difference between TradingView pricing and the broker platform. So always check when you're placing a trade whether your pricing is identical to what you're looking at. If not, then use the candles according to your analysis, and then the price point from your broker. Guys, so where are we? Uh, yeah. Rich, what did you take? I thought you were on gold. Or did you trade both? Yeah. All right, guys, listen, tomorrow, no live stream tomorrow because we've got a trading day. But I will be doing a live stream Thursday. Okay, guys? So live stream on Thursday, not tomorrow, but on Thursday. Okay. Uh, oh, let's just have a look at what's happening. Uh, Before we go. Yeah, so nothing until Thursday now, guys. So listen, have a wonderful day. we will see members choose Tuesday. So you got Nolan tonight. I'll see everyone else. I'll see you at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Peter, if you're joining us from Spain, I'll see you at 8 a.m. Everyone else, look forward to seeing you maybe Thursday. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. Take care, and see you all in due course. Bye bye. Thanks, Jody. Oh, sorry, was that a question?